Hello, it is the 17th Wednesday after Pentecost, and our reading today is out of Matthew chapter 4, verses 18 to 25. Jesus calls his first disciples. We have Peter and Andrew, and then we have James and John. They're commercial fishermen working there, small businessmen on the Sea of Galilee, and Jesus calls them to leave their nets, leave their business, and follow him. And they do that, and they become his disciples. There are other followers in this passage as well. We see those in the second part of this passage because Jesus begins to do works of healing. And so he gets lots of followers. They come from all over Syria, it says. They come from Galilee. They come from Judea. They come from across the Jordan. They come even from as far as Jerusalem. And he has lots of followers, lots of crowds following him because of the miracles, because of the healing. They have a need and Jesus meets that need. So they're there following him. But you know, when you get down to it, there are, first of all, only 70 that Jesus entrusts to go out and minister in his name during the course of this gospel. And then, by the time we get to the upper room, we know there's only the 12. In fact, by the time they leave the upper room, there's only 11. At the Garden of Gethsemane, there's only 3 that go closest to Jesus when he's praying. By the time he gets to the cross, there's only 1 man and a handful of women who are left. That's discipleship. And that's the difference between being a disciple and being just a follower. A lot of people will show up for healing. A lot of people will show up for miracles. You know, if you're going to have a great healing revival or have a great miracle revival, you know, someone coming in who's known to have a lot of healing in their ministry, you can get a big crowd, but you don't necessarily get disciples. You may get a few disciples out of that, but that does not produce disciples. No, disciples are those who leave everything and follow Jesus, who say, this is worth the cost of everything to follow Jesus. Whatever the personal investment is that I have to make, I'm going to follow Jesus. Whatever the cost is to me, I'm going to follow Jesus. It's going to be a life-changing experience. It's going to be a lifestyle-changing experience. That's discipleship. You know, they could no longer manage those businesses because they stayed with Jesus for those 3 years. It was a life-changing lifestyle difference when they became disciples. So I want to urge you today, are you just going to be a follower and look for the healing? Look for Jesus to meet your immediate need. Or are you going to be a disciple? Are you prepared for Jesus to change your way of life? Are you prepared for that kind of commitment? Because that's what he's called us to. Jesus said, go and make disciples. He didn't say, go and make followers. So I want to encourage you with that word today, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.